What's up guys, ᴢღ낳ᴏ here again, and in this video we have a rank gameplay of the new Season 6. In this game I want to talk about the state of the meta in Season 6, as well as the viability of various tanks in this current meta. Of course, this is a solo queue ranked gameplay, and I will explain why I choose Balmond in this game in a little bit. Alright, let's first look at the team composition on both sides. On our team we have 2 tanks, 2 mages and 1 assassin, Minotaur, Balmond, ᴢღɁᴜ and Fanny. On the enemy team they have 2 mages, Aurora and Cyclops, as well as Saber, Chou and Hilda, which are like 2 off tanks. Hilda is not a main tank. Right from the start, let's just talk about the team comp, and at this point the enemy team comp is just slightly better than ours. Actually quite a lot better than us, simply because they can combo so hard, and their combo is gonna hurt so bad with so much CC, damage and whatnot. It's like Cyclops ult or Aurora ult followed by Saber ult, or even a Chou kick can just immediately delete one of our backline, which is really dangerous. On our side we don't have a lot of combos. Maybe just my ult combo with like extended team fight. Here of course Fanny used a retribution, immediately get the river crab. Very good job. Alright, let's talk about the state of the meta now, since nothing much is going on at this laning phase. Alright, Season 6 meta at the moment looks set to be dominated by mages. In fact, it's like a mage meta. There's a one time in Mobile Legends where it was a marksman meta, so when marksman were just super strong, and now it's kind of like a mage meta because of the buff on the mages. Okay, let's talk about the mage meta in general. In general, the mage meta, unfortunately Cyclops got a kill on Fanny there. It's alright. In this mage meta, and Chou got a kill on God. Okay, in this mage meta, the early game is really strong for the team with the mages, or at least, yeah, with mages. With mages, you have really strong early game damage, because in the early game, the tanks don't have magic resist items, and they also lack damage. But for the other people, it's kind of like, yeah, just whatever. Because on the mage buff, it's just even more significant now. With the early game magic damage, we can hurt a lot. Considering that, some tanks are not very viable for Season 6 at the moment, and I would like to get to that right now. The first tank, which is totally like 0% seen in rank right now, in high elo ranked at least, it's actually ᴢღ낳ᴜ. Well, yeah, I saw Turtle, I tried to take it, but my ult slow. That's unfortunate. Okay, anyway, talking about the tanks again. ᴢღ낳ᴜ is almost never seen in Season 6 at this point in time because of his stupid ult delay. That's it. If his ult didn't have a delay, he probably would have been slightly better, at least viable. But because of the ult delay, it's really hard for him to position himself well. Even with a flicker, he can just be interrupted by so many things in this mage meta, you know. It's like stun, knock up, or just freeze, or it's just so easy to interrupt his ultimate. And plus the fact that he's not very tanky, it's just gonna make it difficult for him to get in position for the ult without dying. Yeah, almost got a kill on Chou. Let's come here, I'm gonna continue this. Yeah, so it's really difficult for ᴢღ낳ᴜ to get in place or get in position for a good ultimate, plus his delay and the interruption by other skills is just gonna make it difficult for him to get much value. Here I missed the charge, so I'm unfortunately unable to get a kill on Saber. So I just hope that ᴢğ낳 will be buffed soon, because he's always just a joke now. He doesn't have mobility. He's not the most tanky, and he's always just a joke. So here I got Fanny, almost got kicked under the turret. Got very low. It's my job as a tank to defend my backline. Unfortunately, I have to die for that, but it's okay. That's the job of a tank until I realize my team is really bad. Then I'll be pretty pissed. Yes, so anyway, as a tank, your primary job is to just defend your backline. It doesn't really matter whether you die or not. In fact, a lot of the times if you die, it's because you chose the wrong engage if you're a main tank. But in this case, because Fanny was she was just playing like she wasn't afraid of anything. Just played boldly in the turret range. Here we're gonna get a kill on Saber really easily. Chou kicked me, big mistake. Alright, let's talk about the other tanks in this meta which are not very viable. Another tank that is not very viable is actually Johnson. Well, this is quite obvious. As if you know Johnson, or at least if you have played Johnson before, you realize his passive says that he'll get shield when he's low. That is based on his armor amount. So the higher armor he has, the more the shield can absorb damage. And plus his first ability's damage also stacks with his armor like 1.5 times if I'm not wrong. So in this mage meta, when you have so many mages, you have to build magic resist, and every magic resist item you build will sacrifice your armor and hence make him less effective. So simply put, he's not very effective unless it happens that the enemy has one move, which is probably not gonna happen. Alright, let's talk about another tank which is in an interesting position right now. And that tank is like GK or ᴢthighkacha. ᴢthighkacha is in an interesting position because he is still a good tank, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's good enough for solo queue. He requires like so much coordination, just like ᴢğɁ. And plus, he doesn't have a lot of damage, which is really why he needs to rely so much on his teammates. So in solo queue, if your teammates just feed, there's basically no way. Like in this case, there's basically no way if I was playing ᴢthighkacha to turn the team fight around. I'll get to why I picked Balmond very soon. So yes, GK is still good. ᴢthighkacha is still good. But I think he's more suited for a coordinated team. If it's not a coordinated team, like a solo queue experience, I don't think it is the best idea to pick him. Because of his skill delays and such. He's not the fastest tank. He's probably one of the slowest. Alright, let's talk about a tank that is sometimes seen in the meta, in this meta at least, and that tank is Akai. Well, why do I say Akai is in an interesting position? Because he at the moment, before the patch 1.20 or something, in the next patch, Akai will be getting a buff in that his first ability will be able to slow and his second ability will have a larger radius, which is good news because at this moment, Akai is really weak. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Akai is still good at countering Fanny because simply he can just displace Fanny and just stop her from cabling around and dealing all the damage. So Akai is like he fulfills a niche spot. He's in a very interesting position where if the enemy has a Fanny, it's probably a good idea to get Akai to protect your backline and just stick Fanny on the wall for your team to finish off. But if the enemy team doesn't have a Fanny, I'm sure at this moment there are other tanks that are more viable, and I'll get to that right now. In fact, the most viable tank in the meta right now is probably ᴢ. Now, of course, I'm talking about main tanks, not off tanks. And ᴢ is so good right now because of his early game damage. In fact, his damage overall, not even just early game, but his damage. Yeah, I got caught in a 3v1 because I overseen my work on the enemy jungle. So, well, I have to pay for that. So anyway, ᴢ is just really strong right now because of his huge damage from his ultimate, and the fact that there are so many walls around makes it so easy for him to execute it. Of course, his second skill wall block is just, you know, it's just so impactful. Here you see Aurora use her ultimate here. Chou try to dive a backline, unfortunately not able to do so. Minotaur is enraged, but he's too low. In fact, I'm just gonna say right here that this Minotaur is just bad. He's like really never really ready for a team fight. He never really farms his rage beforehand. And I feel lucky because if I have chosen any other role that's not a tank, it would have been even harder for us. So ᴢ at the moment is just really strong because they have huge damage, huge mobility, and he has that crazy CC wall knockup. Yeah, it's just insane. Of course, Minotaur, as I just mentioned just now, he's not bad. It's just that the player is bad. That's basically it. A lot of Minotaur players just don't really know the concept of farming rage, and then they just engage without being angry. The worst case is if they ult without being in rage mode. It's just horrible to watch. At least this Minotaur knows his concept of rage management, but he doesn't know how to farm it, which is quite a big wrong. Well, of course, Minotaur is really, just one note is that Minotaur is really weak in the early game because he just lacks the CC and he lacks the sustain against the mages. Another thing I want to talk about now that I'm done with the main tanks, is actually the off tanks. And the off tanks at the moment are all pretty viable. But of course, they should only be played as off tanks, unless maybe one exception is Franco, if you can just keep landing hooks. But I would still recommend that if you play an off tank in this current meta, you probably want someone else to be a main tank, or at least two off tanks in the game. Because off tanks like Balmond, Hilda, and Lolita and such, they don't have very impactful ultimates like that can change the game, like Minotaur, Tigreal, Johnson, Gadakacha, Kai, even ᴢ, which is crazy. So anyway, all the off tanks are very viable at the moment, as long as you have another tank. And yeah, the reason for that is pretty obvious actually. Hilda and Balmond, they are the king and queen of regen, in that they can probably sustain the burst damage from the mages early on, especially the late game as well. But once you get your build and stuff, like your shields, it's just gonna be so difficult for the enemy to deal with. And then of course, for Franco, you can just avoid all the burst damage by just hiding around and then just waiting for a good opportunity to use your hook and ultimate and just easily get a kill. As for Lolita is in an interesting state, I think, because yes, her shield just blocks all the projectiles, like you can block Aurora's first ability, but that's it actually. You can block all of Cyclops' abilities. Damn, that is cool. And you can just block all marksmen, but marksmen are no longer seen. So Lolita is a niche pick as well. If the enemy team doesn't have fighters, or like they have less melee heroes, like I have a lot of this you know, range hero is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be difficult for Lolita if there are a lot of melee fighters. But in this meta, you're not gonna see that a lot. So Lolita is in a pretty good state, and plus with her stun, which is so underrated, she can just lock down anybody, basically. Yeah, just trying to chase Saber, but he got away. Never mind, I missed my ult. That was horrible. Here you see Minotaur is enraged again, but because his lack of rage management, he's just every time he's enraged, he's just like about to die, 10% health. So anyway, that's for my discussion on the tanks. So the most viable tank at the moment is Grok. GK is pretty good, but not for solo kill. Mino is probably the next best, but a lot of people just don't know how to control his rage, like this guy, who is like never ready for a fight. So as for the off tanks, as long as you can play them well, you should be alright. Because, oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, Lolita's shield. Give shields to everyone. That's such a big deal in terms of burst damage, meaning that you can more easily survive the burst damage from the mages now. Then how about the mages themselves? Who is one of the strongest mages in the meta? Well, the strongest mage in the meta, I think it'll be quite close between Harley and Kagura. Yeah, because Kagura's new ultimate, the rework, just makes her so capable of so much more burst than before. In fact, in the past, Kagura was just known as a poke mage. You're just gonna throw your umbrella around, get some slow. But now with the rework, it's so much better. And here we see that Chou is just fooling around, even though he has immortality. I guess he had immortality, then he'll just gonna fool around. But you never really want to mess with Balmond when you're low HP. Same with other situations actually. Because of the burst damage, if you're low, you probably don't want to engage. Here we see that Minotaur is not ready for a fight once again, but he was inside, so we had to come in to help, and we can actually turn on the team fight. In fact, Balmond's spin was buffed only one patch ago, and then it actually hurts now, before it just tickled in. And there's yeah, that one is just gonna get neutralized by my regen. And such. Here we're just taking inhibitor because we found that no one is defending. And here, yes, now I can talk a little bit about my build. For this team comp, which has two mages, I decided to go full, well, almost full anti-magic, with the exception of Water Boots and Demon's Advent. The enemy team does not have any physical fighters in terms of melee damage or range damage, so I won't expect a lot of basic attacks coming in, so I don't think it will be necessary for me to get blade armor. So in this case, I took Demon's Advent instead. And one thing to note here is, because in the middle, somewhere along the lines of the fight where I found that my team was just bad, I decided, well, good thing I picked Balmond, but another thing was that I decided to go solo farming. And that's one of the things Balmond is pretty good at, because, well, his spin got buffed. So it makes him kill the jungle faster, which is pretty good. And if I can just bring out the scoreboard right here, I'm currently the most farmed on my team, out farming Fanny. Minotaur used an ultimate here. It was a pretty messy fight, I guess. Hilda went the wrong way, no idea why. Hilda's gonna die. A bit of a waste of an ultimate, that's okay. Yeah, just looking for another opportunity, and see Cyclops still here, just annoying our Minotaur. So I'm just saying, okay, I'm not gonna let you get away with this one, so I'm just gonna come around, spin, and do some damage. Make sure that he stays away. And right here now you see the crazy regen that Balmond has. Every time you kill a minion, every time you kill a hero, with Bloodthirsty King, getting an assist will regen 20% of your HP, which is gonna help you sustain so well in the fight, which is probably the best way to counter the burst comps or counter the mages, because their burst damage is just simply not enough for them to just kill you. And from right now you see that in my build I use the Cursed Helmet as first item. It's gonna help me clear the wave faster, which helps your regen, because only when you kill a minion do you get regen back. Then my next item will be after Warrior Boots, and then Athena's Shield, because, well, I was in the initial stage I was laning against a few mages, which is quite dangerous if I don't have Athena's Shield. And right here you see Cyclops coming around, and he didn't do anything to me. He basically didn't do damage to me. So I'm just gonna harass him all I want. Minotaur is here to help. Hilda decided to ult me, I have no idea why. So I was unable to get a kill on the Cyclops. I'm not sure if they planned it. Minotaur was kicked, look at him. He has died once again before he was able to be enraged. And that's what triggered me the most this fight, because the Minotaur just didn't know how to play. But the good thing, I play Balmond, so I can actually solo carry, kind of solo carry. Here you see Chou decide I want to kick God, but turns out that he had his lowest HP setting on, so he went to kill me first. Saber was out of position once again, thinking he was some god. I have no idea why. Chou is in our backline. In fact, not in the backline, he was just against the whole team here. And right now, it's just one of the things that you shouldn't be doing, what the enemy is doing right now. Don't try to solo your way through a crowd. If the team fight is lost, don't engage in the team fight, unless you can guarantee a quick win by taking down someone key target really fast. But other than that, don't. Minotaur used ultimate, Cyclops used Purify, I believe. He managed to escape, or maybe he just moved away. And here we see that only 2 mages are left, and the 2 mages definitely incapable of defending their base, and hence they're just gonna focus the base and get the win. In fact, there was a pretty long game in that our team was just so bad. But fortunately for Balmond has so much carry potential that even if your team sucks, well, I mean, they need to be slightly decent, but as long as they don't... Okay, I take that back. My team just sucks. Look at God. 2-11-5. And Eudora 4-7-4. Fanny is... I guess Fanny is just no game sense, dying so many times. But that's beyond the point. In solo queue, you can't choose your teammates. So I advise you, if you are okay with playing a tank, play it. Because a tank can really carry the game, unlike any other role like marksman, mages, assassins, fighters. I find it really difficult. Maybe Natalia can carry the game for you, but I would still prefer to have a tank. Because a tank has the highest carry potential. If you win the team fight, you can win it decisively with a tank. If the tank fails the team fight engage, he might just lead to your downfall. And this is why, as insurance, I picked the Balmond. Because I unfortunately couldn't trust the Mino. I'm sorry buddy, but you suck. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my meta analysis, and I'll see you guys next time. All the best on the ladder.